What's up, everybody? Keyword for today is double bottom. Why? Because at the end of closed yesterday's trading, the algorithms were bearishly off the charts. Now, what's happened since, and I'm going to get to the Fed, but Walmart came out this morning. Walmart came out yesterday and they missed. Target came out this morning and they missed. Target's revenue was down. Costs were up. They said they're going to spend an extra $1 billion on shipping next year. Next, they said traffic in their store. Hey, good news. It was up 4% year over year. Guess what? Last year, it was up 17% year over year. So again, it's the way they explain the thing, their terms, and what's going on in their stores. The CEO is talking about it. Then the CEO says we're going to spend an extra $1 billion. Okay, so increased costs. Next, Robinhood lays off 10% of its workforce. Netflix lays off 150 people. The Fed, which I think Bullard is speaking again today, and there's one other gentleman that's speaking today, is still extremely hawkish. They use terminology like this. We need to do what is needed to make sure that inflation calms down a little. We need to do what is needed, raising interest rates and reducing our balance sheet. And yes, there will be some pain. So when the Fed tells you there's going to be pain, and those are the words that Powell used, when the Fed tells you there's going to be pain, the fuck are you doing investing in the stock market? You have to take a bearish attitude. You have to take love strategy. Now we're probably 5-6 weeks. I mean, I talk about this every week. She's a bear in the market. So every time the market spikes for a few days, she increases her bearish positions. And when the market settles down at a lower rate, she's crushing it. Does anybody wonder why Love crushes it? She doesn't change her strategy. It's not like today I'll be bullish, tomorrow I'll be bearish. She's correct about the market. She's got a bearish sentiment. And on days where it's green, she's like, okay, let me buy another 2 contracts. Let me buy another 4 contracts and average down the right way. Okay. Next, oil is still up, right? Another $2. Oh, now this is pretty important for everybody that's holding crypto. And I just sold a shitload of my crypto off the bounce about 36 hours ago. Why? Because crypto happens to be tied into tech right now. Tied into the NASDAQ. It has a correlation of 71%, which means as the NASDAQ goes higher, crypto will rebound. As the NASDAQ goes lower, crypto is going to get sick on itself. And we've already seen where some of our cryptos are. I follow Matic, and Matic was down like below 60 cents. I follow Basic Attention Token, BAT, and that was at like 34 cents. Now it's at like 40 cents. But I want to buy back in, about 15 or 20% lower. So yeah, I think crypto is going down another 15% or so. I can't help it. I like crypto. I want crypto to go higher. But just because we like something and we want something to happen doesn't mean it's going to happen. I would like the markets to rebound and go up, but they don't. Oh yeah, we've got that NFT out there. All right, so what other things do I want to talk about? Peloton. Oh, we all love to hate Peloton, right? It just goes down and down and down. Great. What did the banks do? They gave Peloton $2 billion more of funding. Peloton was looking for $750 million. They're getting $2 billion worth of debt funding. Are you kidding me? Debt funding for a company like Peloton. You're going to drive that shit into the ground. Like the bankers are like, take out a stake. Okay, Peloton, bum, bum, bum. And they're nailing the shit into the ground because Peloton will be dead soon. It doesn't mean that it can't have a little bit of rebound. So I finished that. Let's go to my board here. Let's talk about the SPY, okay? Now, why is my board so important? Because this is a dry erase board, meaning I can write shit on it and then I erase it. But I wrote this in permanent marker. What the hell? I must have done it for a reason because the SPY levels don't change, okay? So let's just go on. Okay, what these levels are that you're seeing here, just for new people, these are support or resistance levels, okay? You've heard the term floor and ceiling. So we'll just use 2 numbers right now. Let's use 400 and 404 and 408, right? Because it goes up every 4 points or so. 409, 404, 400, 396. So remember these numbers, it's about every 4 points. So we'll start where the SPY is about now, 404, 405. Understand when the market opens, the SPY can go in 2 directions. It can break 404 to the upside, and it can go and retest 409. That is the next step up. However, there is downward pressure on the market. So when we hit 404, the next level down is 400. So if you're watching the market saying, is now a good time to buy? Did we bottom yet? Understand the next level down is 396. So if we go past 400 to the downside and you see the SPY trading at like, I don't know, 398.40, there is a good chance, and when I say a good chance, I mean like an 80% chance it's going to go down to 396. So if the SPY is between two levels, let's say it's between 400 and 404, and it's going down, at its crosses 403, you know it's going down to touch 400. It might bounce off 400, but the point is, you're not going to be buying calls. Let's say you like AMD and you're bullish, and the SPY is going down from 403, and it looks like it's going to go down to 402, 401, and you're bullish AMD. You're not buying AMD calls while the SPY is sitting at 403, because the likelihood is, as the SPY drops another 0.5%, your AMD will likely drop another 0.5%. So instead of buying your options at whatever AMD is at, $102, you say to yourself, okay, I'm going to look for it to drop. If the SPY drops another percent, AMD will drop another 1.5%. I'll buy in my option at this price. So instead of paying $200 a contract, you'd be like, I'll pay $1.40 a contract. So you have to prepare yourself. You have to figure it out. Use the delta, the gamma, the theta to figure out what your options are worth. For example, yesterday on the SPY, I was taking SPY puts, and I said, and we can use the same example from 2 days ago. I said, when the SPY crosses 401.80, I'm going to be in SPY puts. Now, 401.80 2 days ago was the high of the morning. So I said, once it touches the high again, it's most likely going to reject it. So we all see head and shoulders. Basically, it's telling you the ceiling levels. So I'm going to go back to my SPY thing here where I have my permanent marker, and understand. So as the SPY is at 404 and it's going down, if it's at 403, it's going to touch 400. If it breaks 400 to the downside, say you just treat it at 399.16, guess what? It's probably going to go to 396. All right. So these are all trackers. I would tell you, never enter into an option position unless you look at the SPY first. Let's say you like Tesla or Lucid, whether you're buying calls or puts. If the SPY is in the intermediate range, you don't want to say, okay, I'm buying calls or puts here. You need to look, because they will match up. If the SPY goes lower, Tesla's not going to go up. You're not going to be like, I missed my opportunity. No, it'll likely get worse. The next thing I want to teach you guys, and I guess this is a recap of rules and lessons, all which is posted on the Discord, all which is posted on 349trading.com. I'm going to remind you of the times, okay? So we all know the market opens at 9:30. Before the market opens, pre-market and after-hours activity, 1% of trading, even less happens. So ignore it. It could tell you the general direction, but it's not telling you that so-and-so is going to go down 8% or 10%. It might only go down 4%. I mean, you can look at stocks pre-market. Let's look at what came out with earnings again, Target, right? So let's just look at Target, which was off 20%. So I actually think Target probably is going to get ripped a little more. Yep. So now Target's off 25%. Let's remember the other stocks that got ripped. Let's go back to Netflix. When it was off 16%, then it went off 20%, then 25%, then 27%, and some stocks went off as much as 33%. Do I think Target will get ripped 33%? No, I would say probably at worst, you might see about 28%, which is still 4% more to the downside. Me personally, I would stay away from Target today because I could see today being a bearish day. So here's what I told Carlos, okay? Let's zoom out for a minute. What I told Carlos and what I led off this live stream with, and if you missed the beginning, just go back and watch. I said double bottom. So we hear everybody saying, okay, the SPY is going down to 385. The S&P is going to be something with a 38500. Right now we're at what, 40400 or something like that. So the point is, analysts on Wall Street are saying we're going to have a bull rally in this bear market. So we're going to go from 400 on the SPY up to 420. But a couple months from now, we're going to be at 385. Well, how stupid do we fucking look? It's like, hey, man, this glass is $5. This glass is going to be selling for $7 next week. But in 2 months' time, this glass is only going to be $2. So what do you want to do? Of course, you're going to wait till the glass is $2. Analysts on Wall Street are telling you, yeah, the SPY is going to bounce up to maybe 420, and then it'll likely drop to 380, 385, 390. Well, why the fuck am I going to buy something at $4, 404, 406, 418 when you're telling me a month from now, 2 months from now? So let's get back into the Fed, all right? So why is the market going to go down? Because the Fed does not want the retail trader, you and I, trading. They want us back in the workforce. They've said that. Then you say the Fed comes out and they say they're going to continue to be hawkish. They're going to do what they need to do to curb inflation. What does that mean, Matt? Simplify. It means 50 basis point increase in June, 50 basis point increase in July, and likely 50 basis point increase in either September or November, or both. Now, it happened to have been both. There were going to be 4 rate increases. Now, people at Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs are telling you, no, only 3 rate hikes are likely. These are the same fucking people that are telling us when NEO was $21. Yes, NEO is a strong buy, price target 65. That day, NEO went up 5% to $22. What happened 2 weeks later? It was 50% lower at $14. So what the hell? We've got that one analyst that Mr. Bacon likes to bring up on my Discord, the guy that supports Alibaba. So his price target was 320, then it was 280, then it was 240, then it was like 180. Where's Alibaba? It's like $90, $88, $84. How the fuck are these people getting paid? Yes, I've been cursing a lot more. Here's the thing. My daughter was staying with me last week, my oldest daughter. I was sleeping not so well. Here's the great news. She's back with her mother. My youngest one's COVID cleared up. My ex doesn't have COVID anymore. So I am full force trading. I made a posting yesterday that going forward, I might play some riskier plays, but I'm so much more confident in my plays. So it's not like I'm flipping a coin saying we're all betting on red or black or heads or tails. I'm using the SPY. Everything I told you guys about the SPY and the different support levels or breakdown. So if I'm bearish on the SPY and I see the SPY go up to 404, what am I doing? Jumping in puts. Let's say the SPY goes down to 398 and then bounces back up to like 400, 401. What am I doing? Puts. If you don't want to go into the SPY because the SPY moves too fast for you and it's too dangerous, you look for the leaders of the industry, whether it's AMD, NVIDIA, Amazon. Did everybody see Amazon's dropping? So retail is dropping like crazy. So we saw Walmart drop, Target drop. Guess what? Gap is off 5%. Gap's not retail. Of course it is. It's retail clothing. So yeah, I would be looking at Foot Locker to go down. I would be looking at similar types and businesses to go down. That's what it is. So retail's getting hit. Okay, then you have Target that says they're going to spend an extra $1 billion on shipping next year. Well, let's look at oil prices going up, right? And gas prices going up. What are these airlines going to do? So airlines, here's the good news. So you got to weigh the good news versus the bad news. Airlines were cheap. They've been up a lot in the past couple of weeks. Airlines were cheap. However, airlines had their best month last month, meaning since the pandemic started, the most travelers on airlines last month. That's what they're saying. They're saying they're still going to be profitable and people are still traveling. But yes, oil and gas prices are going up. Generally, airlines purchase their gas in advance, meaning they purchase all their gas for 2022 in the beginning of 2021. So this whole Russia thing isn't affecting them yet. So if the Russia war stops and oil prices go back down, they will be fine. But if that is not the case, understand these airline companies are going to struggle with higher costs. Sean, you like the fucking real world and then read charts too many bragging? Yeah, I'm not fucking bragging about shit out there. I want to help you guys, and helping you guys means making you more efficient. So if you happen to see my Ask Matt videos dating back to the first episode, you can see the evolution of what we're doing. But I always used to start with 1 or 2 lessons. So please, if you're new at trading, go back, just Google that shit. Ask Matt episode 3, 27, 32. They go by 5s, the good episodes. I don't know why. But you start at 27, 32, 37, 42, 47, 52. It's like 6 episodes, 6 hours. You're going to learn. Okay, let me see. Do we have any questions today, Carlos? Because I'm basically wrapped up with my today's summary. But I already explained to you, man, I'm going to be like Romeo. I'm going to be the SPY king. Meaning, when I see trading in between, I'm going to give the alert. Yesterday, when I saw the market turning around and the SPY was 402.59, I went on with Romeo live and I said, listen, I think the SPY is changing. If you're in puts, be careful because I think the market's going to get stronger. What happened from 402.50? It went to 403, 404. Okay, oil, you're bearish. See, here's the problem, Nathan. Oil could go up to like $150 a barrel. I shit you not. The only thing that I'm sure of is that gas prices is going to continue to go up. Natural gas for the time being, while Russia is still at war and why no one speaks to Russia and why China just exited out of lockdown. So China's unlocking a lot of their cities. Unlocked. You guys can do shit again. What does that mean? It means oil demand is going to go up. Oil prices will likely go higher. Okay. And the last thing I was going to say about China is, you know what happened in Shanghai last month? Guess how many electric vehicles they sold? You got NIO, Tesla, you got other EV makers. How many vehicles did they sell in Shanghai last month? Huh? Oh, I don't hear anything. That's because they didn't sell any. They didn't sell any EVs in Shanghai last month because of lockdowns. So what do you think is going to happen when NIO and the other automakers come out with their numbers next month and they're like, yo, we sold 0 in Shanghai last month? It's not going to be good. Any more questions while I take a sip? Again, if you missed my scenario about this, is BBig propping pre-market? I saw BBig had some interesting movement yesterday. Again, I would stay not away from BBig, but there are other meme stocks. If you guys want me to do a meme stock video, I'll look into them. But the things you're looking for are short interest, low number of shares outstanding, and a low market capital. So if you find something that has under 100 million market capital, that only has 5 or 6 million shares outstanding, something very low, where maybe 1 million of those shares are shorted. So like 20% of those shares are shorted. That has the potential, because all you need someone to do is say, okay, I'm going to buy a couple 100,000 shares. You're going to buy a couple, and then it's a squeeze. And then the people that are short have to buy back the shares at higher prices. All right, you guys have been great this morning. I'm going to get my pre-market shit on for my Discord. I'm going to let you guys know exactly what stocks I'm looking at. I know Amazon's already off this morning, but Amazon puts, I mentioned, if you're bearish on the market, here's what I'm thinking. A la Love, right? I look at the big name players, Tesla, Amazon, NVIDIA, companies that'll move a lot. I bet Upstart is probably down pre-market. Why? Because Upstart and the other stocks that got ripped, like Affirm, Upstart, PayPal, Coin, everything got ripped. That's what they were buying Thursday and Fridays. The shorts were covering their positions. So when I told you last week, shorts are covering on Thursday and Friday. And when I started out my Monday live stream and I said, Monday could be green, shit, Tuesday could be green. They could go 4 straight days. So they haven't gone 4 straight days. The Dow has gone 3 straight green days, and the NASDAQ 3 out of 4 green days. So yeah, it makes sense to sell off for a couple of reasons. Number one, the world is still shitty out there, and nothing's really changed in the economy, and gas prices and oil prices are up, and we still have inflation, and now there's a baby formula shortage. I mean, there's so many effed up things going on. I'm going to leave with one thing. Are UFOs for real or not real? Because the Senate is having a hearing on flying objects that are in our outer space. Please comment below. Let me know. I know you guys know stocks and options. Do you know about the UFOs? Let me know what you think.